Collection agency lawyers assist creditors collect millions of dollars from consumers. This is one of their stories.
Can you confirm your full name and your date of birth?
Mark Anthony Silverthorn, date of birth, January 9th, 1958.
When did you work as a collection agency lawyer?
Listen, can I get another coffee? This is cold. I worked for collection agencies for 12 years. I believe it was between 1994 and 2006.
How many collection agencies did you work for?
I would have worked for 4 of the largest collection agencies operating in Canada during that period of time. And these would have all been located in the Greater Toronto area.
What type of work did you do on behalf of these collection agencies?
Well, I did a lot of different things for them. I think the most important thing I did was send out hundreds of thousands of lawyers' demand letters threatening to sue people if they didn't pay. At one point, I also employed about 25 individuals to make collection calls, and they would be saying that they would be calling from Mark Silverthorn's law office, demanding monies. I would also sue a few files. I would defend my collection agency clients when they were sued. And for some collection agencies, I would get them licensed.
In which countries did you collect monies?
I was licensed to practice law in Ontario, and accordingly, I sent out demand letters on my firm's letterhead to residents of Canada in every province and territory. I subsequently successfully wrote the New York State bar exam, and subsequently I started sending out demand letters on my law firm's letterhead to the residents of all 50 US states. So I would be sending out lawyers' demand letters to not only residents of Canada, but also the United States. And between 1994 and 2006, I estimate that I was sending out more lawyers' demand letters than any lawyer in Canada.
Are you proud of the work that you did on behalf of these collection agencies?
I am definitely not proud of my time as a collection agency lawyer. One of the consequences of my work as a collection agency lawyer is I created a lot of misery for a lot of people. There are individuals who, as a result of getting collection letters or collection calls from my law office, they would have went and made great sacrifices to come up with money to pay their accounts. Some of these people may have decided to make a consumer proposal or file for personal bankruptcy because they were getting these payment demands, and in some of these circumstances it would have been totally unnecessary. These individuals might have been judgment proof, or the debts may have been old and they may have been able to take advantage of an expiry of a limitation period. I can remember sending out collection letters on accounts that were 13 years old, and there was absolutely no reason for people receiving these letters to pay these accounts. I mean, number one, the statute of limitations would have expired on these accounts so that if they were sued, they could have filed a defense and they would have not had to pay. And furthermore, these accounts would not even have shown up on their credit report. So there was absolutely no reason for these individuals to pay these accounts. So essentially, what I was doing is taking advantage of unsophisticated people and uneducated. I mean, you know, people who are sophisticated or people who have access to legal advice, they would not have paid these accounts. So you're really, you know, taking, it's like stealing candy from a baby.
Will you ever be able to make amends for doing work on behalf of these collection agencies?
No. I will never be able to make amends for the 12 years that I spent working as a collection agency lawyer for 4 of Canada's largest collection agencies.
What have you done to make amends for your time working for collection agencies?
I have tried to make amends for what I have done working for collection agencies. In 2010, I wrote a book called The Wolf at the Door, What to Do When Collection Agencies Come Calling, published by McClellan and Stewart. And that book was designed to help Canadians struggling with debt. I worked for 9 years as a consumer lawyer representing Canadians struggling with debt. And during this period, I personally negotiated settlements on behalf of Canadians in debt. And in many instances, we were able to settle accounts in circumstances where my clients only paid 15 or 25 cents on the dollar. I retired from the practice of law in October of 2020, or 2019. But in 2021, I founded a firm called Debt Coach Silverthorn. The firm's website is debtcoachsilverthorn.ca. On this website, there is a boatload of articles that would be helpful to people in debt. And we've been publishing a YouTube video every week. So there's plenty of YouTube videos. And these are all designed to help people in debt. In addition, for those who would like some one-on-one coaching, I offer 30-minute telephone consultations. The mantra for Debt Coach Silverthorn is empowering Canadians struggling with debt.